don't stream anyways. So yeah, it's a bit of a wild ride. So nonetheless, that is that. We do have a stream today. Maybe not yesterday, but we do definitely have one today. Part of that is because I can't go cycling today, but the stream today, right? Let me turn on a different music, one that fits a tiny bit more, if I can find it. Just a second. The stream today is the deathmatch mod for Hearts of Iron 4. Now, I don't think a lot of you have heard of the deathmatch mod. The deathmatch mod has currently got 55 subscribers on the Steam Workshop. It's brand new. It's been updated on the 7th of July, so virtually yesterday. And I was kind of looking forward to playing this mod yesterday, but you know what? We play today. What is the deathmatch mod? I hope I wrote deathmatch and not Battle Royale in the title, because it is essentially Hearts of Iron 4 Battle Royale. There has been a mod like this in the past. I think I sort of played it at some point. There has been a mod like that in the past. However, this one is brand spanking new. This mod, I don't think yet has graced the light of the HOI4 community. So I wanna give it a go. I tested it just to make sure it works. I played it for the time that it takes to, kick the events off, just to make sure the thing works. And it does work. So we're in luck. I can do the stream that I wanted to do. We're gonna be playing the deathmatch mod today. It's gonna be very interesting. I don't know who to play. I don't know which starting nation is our best bet. I'd guess Germany, Japan, possibly the UK are all solid bets as to who could do well. But we shall see. I don't think we're going to be playing a minor country today, because I don't feel like spending up until 1950 to conquer Switzerland as Austria. But yeah, this is, again, the mod that was its predecessor was a bit more of a tame version of this one. What I mean with that is, this is a true battle royale. So if you imagine a nation, let's say Canada right now, it declares war on all of your neighbors. So while the other mod, the previous Battle Royale, will only declare on one, presumably the weaker nation on your border, would declare only on one nation on your border, this one declares war on everyone on your border at the same time. So in actuality, the Soviet Union, for example, is going to end up at war with round about 10 people, 10 or more people. This is going to be quite insane. This is going to be quite something. Cooking, indeed. This is going to be an absolute manifest. Manifest of chaos. I've got the game booted up already. I've got the mod on. This is going to be virtually about as insane as it gets in terms of a World War II history simulator, strategy, real-time playing experience game thingy. Yeah. This is going to be quite insane, in other words. I've also enabled a second mod, which was compatible with this one, which kind of surprised me. France versus Switzerland, the moment we've all been waiting for. I was thinking about playing France. I think France actually stands a decent chance if I can get equipment, which is a big if. It's either France, Germany, or the UK. I'll probably play. I've enabled a second mod. You may try and spot it. I think it's very difficult to find. But I was surprised that these two were compatible, but then at the same time, also not very much. But again, we're going to play, of course, the 1936 scenario. I think I'm going to give myself a year to prepare. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Just so we don't immediately explode. I do have to give a fair warning. When I tested this out initially, a lot of the wars, especially from the guys who are democracies, ended in white peace. So there's gonna be quite a lot of notification spam. I do have to to make you guys aware of that. Does the UK have any wars at the start? No, only Italy. Italy is the only country, I think, in the game that starts at war. Well, by extension, of course, Ethiopia as well. I think those two are the only ones that start at war. So, you may find it difficult to find the mod. I'm gonna Gonna let you find out which is the second mod. But I think we're gonna I think we're gonna be playing one of these three. I'm not sure which one. I feel like Germany is it has a very easy game because you can get the army equipped pretty comfortably, pretty fast. The issue with Germany, realistically, is you have so many borders to contend with. It might actually be difficult for you to contest every single one because you have to guard Switzerland, Austria, Czechia, Poland, Lithuania, the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and France. So that could be difficult. As France, you don't have quite as much, but you do have the Italians on the contrary on your border. Then again, if you're playing Germany, you're just kind of killing Austria, realistically, so Italy will also be on your border. Kind of a dual-edged sword. Again, I think Japan probably is pretty easy to play. You kind of just do historical Japan if you do this. An easier version of that, because the only person... I don't know if they have... maybe the US has like a land connection somewhere? Like an island that's connected to another one? No. Japan really just fights China. We could play Japan. Japan, I think, is pretty easy to play, actually. China is probably screwed. So is India. Who do we play? I think I'm really feeling France. I don't remember the last time I played France on the channel. It must have been quite a while ago. I think we're going to be playing France today. Reason for that being is I think they have kind of got a mediocre setup. It's like it's so good that it's not hard, but it's not so bad that it's impossible. Realistically, the only thing we need is like good troop cohesion, right? We're gonna just abandon all the colonies. We are not holding that. We are not holding Algeria. We are not holding Morocco. Screw Siam. We are not holding any of that. There is no way. Okay? We're gonna get into a war with the Guanzi clique. Do you think, as friends, I wanna bother with the Guanzi clique in a war? Do you think I wanna bother with that while I'm facing half of Europe? No, is the answer. We're also gonna be at war, of course, with France, since we have this little African bit right here, with the UK. There is one way in which we could cheese this, by releasing the nations here. I think this is Chad right here and the Central African Republic. I hope I don't remember falsely. I could release those and cheese it very slightly. I guess the surrounding states in Nigeria as well. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not pussy. And I like game speed. I don't want the UK to be stuck fighting Chad in 1950. I'd actually prefer this game to finish. Yeah, our goal? I have no idea. We're just gonna have to see and go. Possibly all of Europe. I feel like that's definitely achievable, especially if the EI keeps attacking. All of Europe should be good. Maybe a bit more. Maybe we can dip our toes into Asia a tiny bit. Maybe the US. I'm not sure. One of the two. Of course, as France, also we're gonna be at war with Brazil, which is quite funny, and the Netherlands. But in fact, these two are just gonna be together. One more thing. Factions are disabled. There's not going to be a single faction in this entire playthrough. As soon as one gets created, it instantly gets deleted. I checked them out for that. Should one exist after a certain while, which I doubt it will, I'm just going to manually delete it. There's not going to be factions. I don't think there's going to be guarantees. I don't think there's going to be non-aggression packs. None of that nonsense, essentially. So, again, very hard not to find the secondary one. I think that's about everything that we needed to do. I think we just get going. I think we're just gonna get going. We're gonna also leave historical off. I should mention this as well. The reason for that is I want to see chaos. I want to see the world burn. So historical is just gonna be off. So there's a high chance that just Germany explodes, Poland explodes, the Soviets explode, the UK explodes, Spain explodes. Well, Spain explodes every time. Who am I kidding? There's a high chance everybody explodes, okay? There is a chance we just end up in like 15 civil wars around us, including Italy. So everything's turned off. Historical is turned off. So maximum chaos is allowed. I think here we go. I think here we bloody go. We're gonna play the French. Again, I'm not defending any of our colonies. We're taking these 74 divisions we have. We're splitting them up into 24 stacks as soon as we can. Boop. And possibly these guys all together. We're gonna also replace our tank divisions as soon as we can. We're gonna stay democratic. I should mention that. There is no point for us going any other ideology, realistically, with the exception of maybe fascism, simply so we can get more manpower. That might be the only reason. Should we stay democratic? I'm not sure. Because as a fascist nation, we can get higher conscription laws. I guess communism as well, but the communist path sucks. Then again, we can get it. We think we can get this in a couple of days. How many focuses is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus Christ, stop calling me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 70. 6 times 70. I think we can do that. I think we can get communism in time. That might just be the play then. Simply so we can get more manpower. Because believe it or not, we're gonna need manpower. The good thing about the communist one in particular as well is we still get all the industrial buffs. Because France gets quite a lot of military factories from the democratic path. I'm talking virtually, that is 8, 4, 2, 6 plus 8 is 14 military factories just right here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna flip communist. Simply so we don't get massive debuffs, because France at the start also has a lot of debuffs. I don't know if you've seen this, but land doctrine costs plus 50%. In person. There is, where is it? Destroying its government. This one sucks as well. So, yeah, we're gonna focus on infantry guns. We're not gonna build anything special. Just for a second. Oop. Just build that. Production is gonna be important. We're just gonna, 90% of our research is gonna be in this tab. There's nothing else we have to focus on. There is no point in creating tank divisions. I am 99% sure. Maybe air, maybe, but that is even questionable, to be honest. Again, no reason to produce tanks. I'm gonna build it like this. Do I have an Air Force? No, perfect. I think this is about as reasonable as it gets. Let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. Do this. Again, we're just gonna build military factories. It is important for us that we just do that. I think we're also just gonna... I think the nation we're gonna probably take out first is just Spain. So I'm gonna line up against them. We're obviously gonna create a fallback line for the other nations, but I'd prefer actually if these guys just fought each other and I could just focus on killing Spain and Portugal. Because if we can get rid of these two, we just have a clear southern border. Like there is no one here then. That would help quite a lot. Again, I don't think there's any particular reason to research anything. We could also at any point change country. I should mention as well. The mod does allow that. It's a bit funky, but since we also have the tag command, I don't know why we would need to do it, but I guess it's kind of good that the mod gives us this option. We're gonna combine our navy. There is absolutely zero chance we get any sort of naval supremacy at any given point. There is actually no chance of that. Our navy is basically just for show, if I'm gonna be honest. I guess if the UK ends up fighting like the US, possibly we have a chance, but yeah, maybe that's not happening. So, let me just check that nothing's happened. Perfect. We have the year 1936. We have 5-speed enabled. I'd say we'll get going. Again, all of our troops, we're gonna push them all back. We're gonna get them all. We're gonna make our way to France. I hope I don't have to restart the mod. I think I might have to restart the mod. Because I did not get the event this time. Never mind, it's just because I have this thing up. I want to know my HOI borders. Wait, no, don't tell me this auto-fire then. Okay, it did not. Okay, of course it has the option to release all of Africa, all of everything. But unlike most people, I do love my CPU and GPU, so I would rather not kill them within the next 2 months. So I'm just gonna leave it at basic vanilla HOI. Yeah, I turned these off because I was getting quite a lot of these events in my test game. So, we have the option between in 3 months, in 1 year, and in 2 years that the deathmatch war will start. As I said, 1 year is about the best we can get. It is long enough that we can prepare, and short enough that the EI doesn't get a decisive advantage. Because if the EI just decides to focus on us, we might be a bit screwed. We might be a bit screwed. Let me also... start guarding the border, at least with like a preemptive fallback line. There we go. And then we're gonna line up these divisions once we have equipment. Yeah, we're gonna try and go communist as soon as possible. Reason for that is simply manpower. Again, as the Democratic fans, we do have quite a lot. But for the gameplay we're doing today, it's not gonna be enough. It is not gonna be enough. There is not gonna be enough men in France at this rate to do this stuff. We're not gonna fight Germany for the Rhineland. It is good that they go historic, I do have to say. Not for us, but for the game's sake, because if Germany goes into a civil war, usually right after they're quite weak. So I'm glad they did this. I can raid Venezuela for no particular reason. Okay. Where's our Navy stationed? Right here, that's perfect. That's precisely where I wanted this. Okay. Again, our goal is to just hold on for the time being. I'm just gonna let basically everyone else kill themselves. We're just gonna play defensive at the start. We're not gonna try and attack anyone. Maybe Spain, potentially, the only nation, because they're gonna end up in a civil war. That is gonna be maybe the one country we attack. Everybody else, no. No. I should mention as well, the mod does have a single flaw. That is, if an island nation exists, like Turkey, for example, the mod doesn't actually put them at war with anyone apart from the land-connected borders. So Turkey would only go into a war with Syria in this case. Once they have defeated Syria, they would not be at war. They have to manually justify on the next nation. But I think as a communist nation, we can kind of figure a way around that. Okay, again, we're in quite a big deficit. That is going to remain throughout the entire game. Like, we are going to be stuck. Being under-equipped as fuck. This is our division template. I don't think we're going to change it too much. I think it's pretty good. What we're trying to do in here. We want stability hit. Yeah, I guess we take the stability hit over the PP, because as France, we gain nothing. As soon as we do a focus as France, we gain 0.22. So France is not a very, very healthy nation at this moment. What else do we need? I think we need a radio. I always forget about radios, but they tend to be quite useful. I'm also going to leave the airplanes docked, I should mention as well, since everybody's going to be at war. The absolute state that air forces are going to be in is dead. There is not going to be a singular airplane in the sky if you put them up. Because we're going to have to fight like 10 different air forces, and I don't think the French one is the best one out of those. As much as that pains me to say in this playthrough. We're just gonna, again, we're just gonna make a giant ass death stack with our navy. Okay, again, we have until 1937 to prepare, and then all hell breaks loose. Is there a counter I can see maybe somewhere? No, okay. Okay, let's put this right here as well. Bring for the unions. Woo! Just turn communist, that should be relatively easy. Again, it's just going to require this focus as well. I think then either one of these should be good, especially since we have now gotten an event. We're going to take a second stability hit. Again, I want to primarily save the political power. You never know what happens. Ooh, I could just... If we get lucky and get another communist event, we might just be able to flip with one focus less than I thought we'd be able to do so. We're gonna rush this. Again, we need as much production of guns as possible. I'm just gonna... 100 factories and guns, mate. We need guns, okay? We need a lot of them. Again, I'm gonna put a couple as well. I think I'm just gonna leave action for Friday. I'm gonna put a couple as well in support equipment. We do need that as well, but... We need guns. We need a lot of them. They're not easily replaceable. Change popularity of communism 5%. Should be good. Yeah, and then we should be able to force the issue. Okay. So the amount of focuses I thought we needed is roundabout correct. Okay. The critical part is just gonna be that we do have defensive doctrine. Unyielding defender. Yeah, we're not gonna focus on attacking, at least not at the very start. We just need a fallback line, essentially. Guerrilla fighter, perfect.
Attention.
This right here, all to infantry divisions. We do not have any infantry equipment. I'm gonna check how much that drops us back in the stockpile. Not even that much, so that is a good idea that we change those out as soon as possible. That is very good, okay. Because infantry divisions are 10 times more valuable than tanks in here. At least the French tanks. I don't know if you've ever seen the French tank division. It's pretty bad. And I think that's the good one. Because this one exists as well. France does not know how to do tanks. Okay. I'm gonna turn communist any second now. I should probably... But I also have this division right here. What is this? Okay. I'm gonna start by lining up like half of my army here. Spain is in a civil war, which should help us as well. Is this fine enough? I don't know. I think it's okay. I think this is just a-okay for the moment. This is extremely good for us, I should mention. This is very, very good for us, that the Italians are going into a civil war. Because that was one of the nations I was mainly worried about. Because I think we can hold off the Germans. We do have the Mash, you know, and I don't think the Germans are just going to steamroll everything. We can hold off the Swiss and the Belgians. I don't think that's going to be too difficult. But the Italians I wasn't sure about if we had the divisions for that. But with this, if this remains for a couple more days, that should be good. I think... I don't know if when the year fires. If it doesn't fire in the next 4 hours, it's the 22nd of January. If it fires now, we might just go into war. It's the 22nd of January. We just about will turn communist by a couple days. Again, the plan is not to play offensive, the plan is to play defensive. The only nation we are seriously going to attack is the Spanish. We're also not going to change the division templates anymore because we are already under-equipped. We barely are going to get this together. Deathmatch has started. Good luck. May the best country win. I also mention... It should be fine. But I mean, before I continue, sorry for holding you guys here, but okay, that works. Perfect. Okay. May the best country begin. This will lag for a short bit. And now we are at war with every single of our neighbors. You may see the death stack, the absolute anarchy of these notifications down there. Like, everyone is at war with everyone. As I mentioned before, this is not the music for this. There we go. Everyone is at war with everyone. Japan has probably the most easy game because it's kind of historical, just with the exception of the Soviet Union. China is screwed. India is screwed. We are also at war with India, by the way, I should mention. We're at war with India as well, because we obviously own this little bit right here. We're at war with quite a few people, including the US. I don't know why we have a war with the US, but we are at war with the US. That should not concern us. We are just going to play defensive in Europe. The game will lag for a bit. All of these Call of Arms are fake, of course, because guarantees still exist, yes, but I'm not going to join their wars. Yeah. Let's see if we can hang on. I'm just going to let this simmer for a bit. Unless we get like naval invaders or something, which I doubt. We've now flipped communist in this economy. yeah, for us, it's just about maximizing everything else now. Now, the game again will lag for a tiny bit because every nation is now just adjusting what's happening. And our goal is to just conserve the army for as long as we can. I'm gonna try and see maybe here. That's again the only exception. If we can push into Spain, if that's an option. And the game has fixed itself. Okay. All the notifications again, that's easily about 500 different notifications in the bottom right. All are gone now, and our game is no longer lagging. Poland has got new borders, so of course Latvia is now declared on them. Latvia, in fact, also has gone into civil war, which is quite funny. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I have not checked that before, if puppets also just declare war on each other. Focus. Move into Barcelona. Again, there's gonna be quite a lot of these notifications. I do have to warn you. We are already at war with the US. There's gonna be quite a lot of this. Again, the Netherlands possibly very much getting eaten up. Germany is at war with virtually everyone around them, so... everybody had a year to prepare. Italy might be the first one to die, in fact. A lot of white peace, so I'm gonna check on the world in just a bit. We're just, again, gonna focus on Spain for just a tiny bit. Just gonna make sure that we can actually move our troops here without... This might honestly still be the most normal war, because France does have just got a decision to intervene into Spain. Mandatory Palestine. Right, that might probably means, yeah, all of these guys can... How did Lebanon do that? That means these guys can declare war on each other. Okay, so that means that for puppets. Okay, we have 13,000 guns in reserve, which is pretty nice. I'm gonna use a couple of those just to build up a bit of more of an army. Any division we can spare is a huge boon to us. Again, I'm rushing Spain. Holy shit! We're in so many different wars. Again, we're more with a couple majors. Let me see, how close is national Spain? Spain is relatively close. I think if we take Burgos, will you die, Mr. Spain? No.
Attention.
Yeah, I'm just gonna absolutely spaghetti this country. There's no reason for a coordinated line under his. Do we need anything else? Maybe like Coruna, but I'm just gonna leave Portugal up to that task. Again, there's gonna be a lot of just watching out as well, because I don't know who the UK will focus on. I've seen them naval invade quite a few countries here. I know they like to naval invade France a lot as well, so we might have to watch out for that. Hence, also these troops being a boon in the skies. I'm already gonna up the conscription law, by the way. I know we have 1 million men. I know we're getting more with communism, but I'm just gonna up that. I'm not trusting what's happening. Okay. Wall of Budapest, Hungary is dying as we speak. Hungarians up. Split into a couple pieces. Let's see if we can do this. Relay has gone into, I think, what is a civil war. Usually what a coup is, right? Unless... Oh no, they've just gone fascist. Fair enough. How close is Mr. Spain? 70%. What do they have? Where's the capital? It's in Ceuta, of course.
Attention.
Can we get air up here? And I just said I didn't want to put up the air force, but this might just be the one exception. My air force map, by the way, is again bugged. I don't know what the reason for that could be. So we just got full employment, was that? I am not sure what we just got. Fall of Warsaw. Poland's dying as well. With whatever this is. It's amalgamation.
Tirs ennemis.
Okay, Brazil and Netherlands signed white peace. Brazil, can you maybe sign white peace with me? That would be very poggers of you. Trade is also going to be a nightmare. I should mention that as well. Trade is just not going to be at this game. I'm going to try and save my guard myself a tiny bit. I don't think I can get naval supremacy, no. Just away from the British. Because again, if the British invade us instead of Belgium, it might get ugly.
Pareil.
Not what I wanted precisely.
Continuez l'attaque.
Are we still in a surplus of guns? Yes, but we need a bit more support equipment. I'm just gonna put a couple of factories that come out now on that. We don't need that. Again, it's top priority. We stay on top of our gun and our production game. That is really important if you want to win this. Reform the labor laws. I'm not going to continue here. Again, I'm going to probably modify this just so we can get more guns, because we still have an inefficient economy, which is really hampering our war effort.
Gardez vos rangs. Attention. Écoutez.
Israel and the Netherlands. Again, there's going to be quite a lot of white pieces at the start. I am not sure what the reason is, bar a couple of countries being, of course, democratic. But yeah, those are just going to keep popping up for a tiny bit. But they will calm down. They will calm down after a certain while. It's not going to be white peace every single time. In fact, the more countries white peace, the less can. If that makes any sense. That is virtually the worst case scenario. Okay. I don't know how big the civil war is gonna be. I do have a spare army I could just deploy. Oh, that is... We might have already lost. That is Jenny terrible. That is Jenny terrible. I have no idea as to why it happened even to begin with. That is... GG. Oh, that is so bad. That is so bad.
Attention. Bougez-vous.
Okay. Well, we somehow have to make do with what we have here.
Gardez vos rangs.
We might need to restart this card. Okay, can I load the autosave? Is that an option? Because I would at least like to see what caused the war and see if I can avoid it. I can see the Civil War border. What is happening? I feel like this is bugged. Imminent fascist uprising. What the following must be true. 25% stability. Current riot has completely destroyed the counter-revolution. Oh, so we just need stability? Okay, I was not aware of that being a part of the communist side. Because I usually do that pretty fast. That is terrible. Okay, is there a way we can fix this in time? I don't think so, right? Unless we have something that really gets us stability. If you destroy political violence, the issue is we can't really fix that because us being at war with so many nations simply destroys our stability. We have minus 20% just because we're at war. Which means this is actually impossible. 19 days, so this is 20, so this was 100 days I had time for that. So I literally need to destroy the counter-revolution ASAP. Another way I can do this is the war. No activated war. Wouldn't French just give up? It was an AI? Yes. Not only if it was an AI, if it was me as well. I need to see if I can fix this somehow without using console commands, because it is a bit unfair that I lose 20% stability via just that. There's two options. Either I do focus autocomplete and we just do the two focuses, which I think is what I'm gonna do, because I don't see how I'm gonna rectify this otherwise. I think that's just what I'm gonna do to make sure that doesn't happen. I still don't know why this is so weird. Again, it looks like the Civil War has fire, but it has not. Okay. Do I? I wish the autosave went back further, because I'd like to do this officially, but I was not aware of this being an issue. There's no other way or what? Destroy both of the following, is that true? Oh, it is literally because we are at war that this thing is firing. Goodness gracious. Okay, I have an idea. And it is, I'm gonna try and do it without cheesing it. Which might sound weird initially, but I think I have an idea. A rough idea as to what to do. How many days do I have? I have 19, right? So we're gonna put back to France. I'm gonna change my division template, which might sound a bit weird, but it's the best thing I can do. I have an idea how to do this with minimal casualties. Okay, I'm just gonna pull out of Spain immediately. It is important that we get up here immediately. Like that the Spanish fight themselves type of thing. These divisions should just be counted as lost if they can make it up there. We're gonna lose some lands, like no doubt about that, but there is a chance I can fix this in such a way that we don't lose the game. Okay. This is a bit of an exploit that still works in the game. And I think I might have to use it for this. So I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Just so we get a couple more things. I'm gonna leave these queued up. This is gonna be important that we leave these queued up. I'm gonna create a new division template. We're gonna just create an artillery division template. Now, this might look absolutely stupid. It is just virtually one artillery gun. You have one artillery gun as a division. At the absolute latest moment, we're gonna swap our division template to that. At the virtual last dead moment. Reason for that is, the AI will not change back the template. So if I can force them to go all into artillery, I can maybe keep the equipment for our divisions currently. I can maybe, again, this relies all on a maybe. I can maybe change back my guys. I can maybe keep the production I currently have going. We will lose half the day, there is no doubt about that, but I think this is the best chance we have without cheesing the game. So I'm gonna try that. Okay, one day. That's the absolute latest I think we can go. We're gonna swap it all to this. We're gonna fight a civil war. Right. Now we're gonna swap it back to our division template. I hope we didn't lose any of our equipment, which doesn't look like we did, at least not initially. We did lose half of our queue, which is not nice, but better than nothing, I guess. This is virtually the best we can do. And I'm not lying about that. We have also lost half of our general staff, which is not great. So I'm gonna need to put up a new field marshal. That is not how I expected the game to go, but it is the hand we've been dealt. So there's not a lot we can do about this. Let's do this. Let's do this. You guys at the top. And now, these guys are probably also gonna be at war with Belgium. They're already at war with Spain, probably. We just have to win this somehow. Again, we're gonna definitely take some losses. There's no way we come out of this unscathed, but this is the best thing we can do. Again, I did not know that if I did not do the counter-revolution stuff, that this would just screw me over so badly immediately. Like, this is quite something. Let's take you right here, you right here. Okay, and we're definitely gonna need as well you guys Maybe I can just create one giant front line. Yeah, that might just be beneficial.
Aux ordres.
And now we just need to cap these guys as quickly as possible. I don't know how much of our equipment, if any, we will get back, but it is our only shot. This is the only thing we can do to try and stay alive. This is about as desperate as it gets. Again, we need to hope that these guys focus on each other, especially Belgium looks to be already invading us, which is not great. I think that the other France is not going to be too difficult to take out. I have no worries about the Civil War. The only issue is virtually time. And they, for some reason, got a Mountaineer division. That is also not great. Yellow River has been blown. How close is this France to dying? Halfway there. We take Dunkirk yet? No. I'll be fighting here. They got half of our production crew. Okay, that is annoying.
Pareil. Gardez vos rangs.
Let's do this.
Visez bien.
Okay, that is good. This is... It's a bit ugly, but I think we might just survive it. The big issue is just gonna be after we survive it. They're gonna have to deal with this Belgium.
Attention.
With our severely under-equipped divisions. Again, I hope we get at least some equipment back from the other France. Because this is currently not great. 07 Luxembourg. First peace deal we're actually in. Luxembourg is dead. Unlucky. The Maginot has been breached, which is also not great.
Gardez vos rangs.
Are we losing this? Would not be a way for us to lose this battle. Quite ironic.
Bougez-vous.
Okay. How close are you, Mr. France? Mr. Fake France?
Pareil.
Is it annoying that they have got divisions right there? Do we still have disjointed government? I hope not, right? No. So we have a bit of leeway on our surrender progress. So if we can get this France down, the Spains will focus on each other. They have not even taken back Barcelona yet, for crying out loud. So if we can do that, I can just move the army temporarily away from Spain. It's a lot more chaotic of a playthrough than I thought I was gonna have, but
Écoutez.
I guess this is the best thing we can do.
Bougez-vous. Tirs ennemis. Pareil.
And the Swiss are gonna be a pain in the ass. The good thing about the Swiss is they have to focus everywhere. So if you're a bit lucky, we can just maybe like go around them essentially. Just ignore them. We're just gonna try and micromanage. I don't know why we're at war with Warsaw. That is, we share a border, I guess, but yeah, that already was nothing. We still own Djibouti. But our African colonies are gone, our Asian colonies are gone, so... I'm surprised Japan, by the way, is throwing this out. Japan is not doing well. Mongolia is already dead, and I don't even want to know what's happening over here. Both of these continents tend to be quite chaotic. Hello, Jackie.
Attention. Attention.
Got that bicycle division off.
Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs. Aux ordres.
Okay, how much more, France? Where is your capital even? Where's the French capital? I swear to God, it's not Marseille, so it must be something else. Don't tell me it's in Algeria. Okay, that's quite bad. Also, our navy got split in half, which is bad, but not the end of the world, as it is for show anyways. So, it should still be fine-ish. Do we still have a lot of thingies? Yes, let me reset that, so we produce everything still. 14 on guns. Getting rid of inefficient economy. Ooh. I'd like to beat the French as soon as possible, please. This is gonna require a lot of micring for us to stay alive. Want near division here as well. That could have been on my side. But yeah, no luck with that as well. Okay, they've taken back Calais. That explains at least something. How they've lost all this run progress. Great. It's just Belgium lets them walk in. That's great. That's that division encircled. And that's those divisions encircled. Very nice. Okay. Can I just kill this guy now? We are holding on surprisingly well with half the army we had before, by the way. Like, virtually half. It is quite incredible. Again, the nation's been pushing us the most. Surprisingly, it has been Switzerland, not even the Germans. The Germans, I guess, have too much to deal with right now to really push us, but Swiss have been our main threat so far, I do have to say. Closer here. I think if you take maybe Calais, it could be it. And Chuva is dead, very nice. Then Chuva, by the way, is a little thing right here, in case you guys don't know. Okay. Oop. Push this right here. Denmark is dead. There's gonna be a lot of death. How much equipment? 7k, come on, France, just die. I want the equipment back, please. If we can get the equipment back, we can get the army back. That's the good thing. If we don't get the equipment back, we are in deep, deep trouble. Good thing is they're also fighting the Belgians, so by extension they're kind of helping us, kind of not. The Maginot is fallen. That's also extremely bad, by the way. Should mention that. That the Germans just now own this tile. Because it's gonna use it against us now. I do not fancy you guys just advancing here. Okay. W battle. Works about fine. Okay, there's a little bit more. Can I kill this French division? Yes. Okay, we realistically would need to invade the Suez, but I doubt Spain would let us pass. Assuming Spain's brain is anything to go by. Yeah. Okay, submarines can pass, so submarines maybe, but I don't know how many of those we've got. Not so much that we can get naval supremacy over the Italian navy, okay. So we're gonna have to wait and pray that the Italians take them out. Okay. That is terrible. It's all of European France adding on already, so we don't know how much we can hold off here. Oh, this is gonna be very bad. No bueno. We somehow found tungsten somewhere. I am not too sure what that is all about. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe slither our way into Belgium. I think that was Poland that just died. There's another Poland though. Okay. Push through here. Can we just cap the Belgians? That would be a blessing in disguise. Okay, this time we actually have war score, so if we can get something here that might just help us. Possibly the fleet. I think I'm gonna go after the fleet. If our war score increases, no? Okay. Sad. I don't think that in that case there's anything we can take, unless we want to liberate Eritrea or something like that. Right, not even that probably, no. Okay, in that case we can't take anything. Could have taken like an insignificant part of the Italians where we just, how should I say? we take virtually nothing. It would have been this tile right here. There is nothing here. It would virtually just cost us manpower. So I don't fancy doing that, but that should be decent enough now. They still haven't taken back all of our land in Spain, by the way, which is pretty funny. That is pretty good. Okay, let's see if we can go around to Antwerpen. How much is Belgium towards capitulation? Not a lot.
Gardez vos distances. Bougez-vous.
Okay, that division's dead. It was worth a shot. I don't know if it was worth an entire division, but if we could have knocked out Belgium, that would have really helped us. The Netherlands is just pushing to Germany while being naval invaded, so that's quite something.
Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs. Écoutez.
Okay. Hopefully now that the Italians have recuperated, maybe they can help push the Swiss back. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I know why they think. Hold up, I can help myself a tiny bit by using Brigadier Colonial. I think this was this one, yeah. We do a cheaper template, but it's gonna give us more everything, more equipment, more manpower, more stuff, essentially. I'm gonna change half of our army to that template. It's gonna be a worse template, believe me, but it might just be worth it in the fact that we might just go positive on guns. It is a shittier division template, but it might just benefit us. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to free this guy.
Bougez-vous. Vos ordres.
He's gonna try to encircle us up north, but he's stupid. That's very good as well that the Germans also now have at war with the Italians. It will give us a bit more time to try and rectify the situation. Again, if only I just had my navy here, that would have been so good, but no. Did not anticipate our country just exploding. Wait. Maybe if we take Lille, maybe that's just about enough. If we can.
Vos ordres.
Can we push? No.
Tirs ennemis.
But the Belgians are really causing us a headache because the Belgians are just entirely focused on us. It's not great. We can upgrade our land doctrine. Again, I think I'm gonna go with superior firepower, especially without not building tanks. I think the infantry spam is gonna be quite glorious with that.
Gardez vos distances.
Get this guy gone. That should be good.
Parez.
Let's see if we can knock one of the Swiss back here a bit. Again, realistically, all we need is Lille. It would be bad if they take that province, but I don't think sadly I can stop them.
Gardez vos rangs.
I'd prefer them not to, but I genuinely think there's nothing I can do about that. Instead, we're just gonna focus on producing more guns. Is our production queue still up? Not really. It's also bad that our factories up here are now just gone. Okay, okay, this guy's been kicked.
Attention.
Do we have our Air Force still? Yes. Let's knock it over northern France. Again, it's not ideal, but it's the best we can do. I don't even know who we're at war with. This is one of our neighbors. Do we have a new one? I don't think so.
Écoutez. Bougez-vous.
It's not like it matters at the moment. We are just clinging onto life. Okay, now this is really not great. Because if we lose this tile right now, 2 divisions are not only encircled, but they take Calais back, which we need to kill them. I'm also surprised the French capital deviated to Tunis and not Lille. It's a bit of a weird decision, but what do you know?
Aux ordres.
Okay, we're gonna take that back as well.
Continue l'attaque.
I think I'm just gonna pull away, by the way, from this front line right here. I'm just gonna let the Spanish advance, because we currently just need the divisions over here. We don't have enough to fill every hole at the moment. Close are we to neutral guns? Relatively speaking, decently close. There's the Belgian Congo that we don't have any wars going that. And we are not guarding our colonies. We are not dealing with Algeria, and I'm really glad we are not. This French division, we're gonna have to keep an eye on him. But hopefully, the Spanish can deal with him, maybe. They're focusing on us. We're not taking Sedan.
Aux ordres.
This division out right here. Netherlands is capitulated. Do we finally have Waska for something? And no, still no Waska. Don't even know who they capitulated to. I guess the Germans. Not very splendid, but it's better than having another enemy at our border, at our doorstep.
Aux ordres.
Let's do that. I should have mentioned one of my secret side goals also was to do this war with as minimal as possible casualties. To be fair, we've only lost 52k, which is not a lot given the amount of people we're at war with. So, it's not great. Of course, a lot of them are just from the Civil War, but I think it's honestly fine. I want to try and get as little casualties as possible again. So a little side challenge. It's not a requirement, but it's a fun little side challenge to try and
Écoutez.
fresh. Okay.
Aux ordres.
You know, the Swiss are nearing their end, as far as I can tell, because all of their divisions just have
Gardez vos rangs.
like virtually zero organization. The Belgians are now advancing into Germany, sorry. So if they do that, we might just be able to go on a counteroffensive. We are, again, gonna have to keep an eye on this Spain. Luckily, they're dealing with that division down there. I don't think I can spare anything from the army. We just need to take Lille, realistically. Again, the faction notifications are fake. Do just ignore those. There's no factions in this playthrough right now. We're gonna go war economy. We just need as much stuff as we can get.
Gardez vos rangs.
Can I push you out? Possibly. There's another Spain, which is good for us. I'm surprised Portugal hasn't just killed off this Spain, because they have every possibility to do so.
Smite.
Let's do that. Poland's dead. The game crashed! Okay, 1 second. We do have the autosave. Apparently Poland dying is about as illegal as it gets. God damn it. Let's restart that. 1 second. Let's fix this. I don't know why the game crashed. I have no idea. Possibly because like 20,000 other nations just declared war, but we're gonna find out, hopefully. Hopefully this playthrough can continue. Yeah, this is a brand new mod, so I did expect it to be a bit buggy here and there. This should be good. How much did we lose in progress? Doesn't look like it's that much. Czechoslovakia, by the way, is still alive, which is quite impressive, looking over here. I have no idea how they're still around. Other than that, in the world, the Soviets are doing really well. Like, they've taken Iran and Mongolia. Japan is doing okay now. The US is doing really well, which is surprising, given the US usually at the start of the game is pretty weak. Sweden's doing well. South America, kind of a mix, a toss-up at the moment. And Africa is just anarchy. I don't know who's winning in Africa. There's a chance that everybody's winning, there's a chance nobody's winning. Okay, let's keep going. And we're gonna have to keep an eye out on this guy right here. If it gets too bad, I'm diverting a part of the army again. A reasonable amount at least.
Visez bien. Gardez vos rangs.
We can take a lead, that would be great. As long as they don't reach Bordeaux or Marseille, I'm fine if the Spanish is doing that. Because again, well, as soon as we have wrapped up this France, maybe we have the equipment to get more divisions. Maybe. How many trucks do we have? A couple. Which means we can probably up our motorization priority. Yes, and we can get some actual good supply for once.
Parez.
Okay.
Parez.
Let's pin you as well while we're at it. Okay, this will remove inefficient economy, which should help us quite a lot, wherever that is. Right here, -10 factory output, which is, again, not great. Portugal, in fact, I started losing, which is also pretty funny. Okay. The Swiss have been pushed back to almost the river line, which is also really good for our part. Again, I hope the Italians are still weak from the Civil War, so we can just kind of agree to do nothing over here.
Gardez vos rangs.
Let's take you. It's important, it's imperative even. Very fancy English word. It's imperative that we take Lille.
Gardez vos rangs.
My nose itchy.
Aux ordres.
Yep. Let's line up with more divisions over here. And start researching flamethrower tanks, even though we're definitely not going to use those.
Continuez l'attaque.
Let's kick up the Swiss division so we have a river line right here.
Aux ordres.
Not the full river line yet, but we're getting there. Let's also reclaim the Maginot for us while we're at it, if we can. Okay. We cannot do that yet. We can also not do that yet. We can definitely improve our artillery. This is something I usually forget, but it's actually incredibly useful. Big sneeze. Not great. That sucks.
Attention.
Yeah, we might just about be able to encircle them. The Germans are not pushing against us, which is also not the best thing in the world. I'm just gonna abandon this then in that case if the Germans are pushing. Okay, surprisingly, even with the Civil War, even with significantly less divisions than we had at the start, we're holding on. Where do you get your music from? It is a bunch of video game OSTs. I think the current one is like one of Super Mario Galaxy soundtracks. There's a couple Genshin Impact songs in there, there's a couple Sonic songs in there. It's just a bunch of video game OSTs.
Gardez vos rangs.
I do not care that I've declared one British Malaya. This is not a concern to the French people right now. How is Siam losing this? You could have free reign here, Siam. What the fuck?
Attention.
We take as we can.
Gardez vos rangs.
Maybe we can push the Belgians back now. That could be cool. You don't need to cap them, but if you just could move them a bit back. Okay, but now we need to put something on the Spanish border, because now I'm getting concerned. What do we do with you? I'm gonna leave the front line empty for now, actually. I can't produce troops, hold up. Okay, every division that comes out here, we're gonna put on the Spanish front line. I'm gonna go for the more expensive division template, as again, the smaller one is more sucky. It just gets us more equipment for more divisions in theory.
Aux ordres.
I might swap back to it if I do end up changing my mind for some reason, but
Aux ordres.
in the next couple of years for sure. The Germans are fighting us heavily. I'm not gonna leave that Swiss division there. I'm just gonna leave let the goddamn Italians deal with it. This will help us a lot. This will give us unfathomable amounts of factories just for free. This focus, that gives us like, I think like 6-7 factories. Okay, that part of France is fighting. No, it's not. Okay, that's just a lie then. That French division, that French mountaineer is still alive, by the way. I'm so surprised. And the Germans are dealing now with the Belgians. We do not have any Wasco in Siam. Germany is also pushing into Sweden now, which is quite crazy. The Turks at war with anyone still? No. Guarantee Romania. Can we... I want to try and push out this tile really badly. If I can. That is not fantastic what's happening here. Wait, I could just... I should have gone for that, because that would have just encircled 2 German divisions right there, which would have been huge. If we can just kick that one out, that would be nice. Okay, all of these divisions, while under-equipped, need to go to the front line, because I want to deal with Spain. Once we've dealt with that, we can move them back up. The Germans are threat number 1 now. Our task number 1 is killing the French Revolution. Our threat number 1 is Germany. Belgium's dead, which is not great for us. We're gonna fight the Germans tooth and nail for that piece. Do the Belgians have a navy? No. We get more. Maybe fight them for Luxembourg. I would not mind an independent Luxembourg. Never mind. Okay. That is not fantastic news. Because now we have a giant-ass Germany on our border. And the UK is not at war with it. Which means the UK will now focus on us. Okay. Is there a thing we can do? Is there some sort of way I can rectify the situation? I can definitely upgrade that. It's a bit rush, but at this point we have to rush. I could try and maybe rush into Belgium a bit. Take a couple of their stuff here. The French Revolution really is pushing at the absolute most convenient side for them, which is also not nice. Let's take Brussels if we can. Antwerp. Just walk around the Germans. Chat moment. How many divisions do you guys even have? Significantly more than me. Okay. Okay. The good thing again about the Germans is just they have to contend with 1 billion frontlines. So while they're the number 1 threat, they might not be able to give us number 1 focus. Because again, we've been in a civil war. They should not see us as a big threat right now. What I'm doing here, by the way, is also a bit of a suicide mission, but I think it's gonna pan out. It might look like I'm just taking Belgium for no reason. I'm just expanding my army, stretching them thin. But it's actually kind of a decoy mission. Because the thing I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to goad Britain into a naval invasion. Because if I can force the British to naval invade me here, because they like naval invading over here a lot, I might just be able to squeeze them into a war with Germany, which could help us quite a bit. Also, of course, the Germans, as per usual, are stretched very thin, so that helps a lot as well, of course. Let's take back Toulouse. Bayonne. Back here. Now we're just gonna abandon this entire border right here up until here, I'd say. So H and everything. Abandon this entire border. It is literally just land and the British might just invade. Again, it's a borderline suicide mission, but it's the best I've got. There's no way we're holding on to that. Our army is way too thin for that. There is quite literally nothing you can do about that. Again, it also forces a bit of a German retreat here, which is an unintended side consequence, but it would help quite a lot. Now we have encircled the French completely. The fake French. Come on, come on, come on. Is that enough? Please tell me so. 80%, did you take something back? I guess they have it as a core state, right? Ah, that's annoying. Okay. They have Algeria as a core state, which is not very nice, because that means we actually have to bother to go down there. Because the Italians aren't doing it! Okay. Well, the French Civil War is gonna continue for a while, that's for sure.
Attention.
Let's kick out that German division here, and then destroy the rest of the French army, because I hate the French fake army. Boom. Okay. This will not give us a lot. This will give us some more mills. Again, I'm using quite a lot of these just on the fact that we need more guns. We should also probably change our naval production by now, because ships are not gonna be something that we're gonna be building anymore. It is not worth it. In fact, we're just gonna swap the convoys.
Aux ordres.
Again, the Germans are very stretched thin simply because of the Soviets. That is our only blessing in disguise.
Arrêt.
We've taken back Bordeaux. I don't know why the Spanish are fighting us over here, by the way. There's, bro, you've got a civil war to focus on, please. Lock in.
Arrêt. Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs. Attention. Gardez vos rangs. Aux ordres.
There we go, that's the Spanish encircled. Okay, all the French divisions in the north are gone. That is pretty good. Did we go for a massive counter-push into Germany? I feel like we should just let the Italians deal with it, because we do not currently have the strength to do that, sadly. I'm gonna go with an army offense guy, actually. I'm also gonna change to offensive doctrine, because we're gonna need to do a lot of counterattacking. Defending would also be nice, but in fact, counterattacking might just be better. Best defense always is an offense.
Attention.
Germany just ate Sweden. Puts them at war with a couple more people, which is pretty nice.
Attention.
Let's try and take that state away. If you can push up to Brussels, that might just be good. In fact, I'm just gonna make the most of this German weak line at the moment. Take that. One division down again.
Gardez vos rangs.
We can also push out into Luxembourg a bit.
Écoutez.
Take the dam right here.
Aux ordres. Aux ordres.
Take Ghent. Okay. Can we produce more divisions by now? Do we have the infantry? We do have a bit. Okay. The French rebuild is going surprisingly well. It is surprisingly going well. We have half the army we're supposed to have. But you know what? I'm not complaining. This could have been much, much worse. There's nothing to do about that. It's being convorated. Let's do you.
Aux ordres.
Take Antwerp,
Attention.
Leuven.
Bougez-vous. Aux ordres.
Over Maastricht.
Gardez vos
Into Luxembourg. Yeah, the Germans are in full retreat. We definitely need to push into Germany. We need some war score. We need something. Maybe we establish it. We can't establish a puppet. We need to take it. That's the issue as well.
Bougez-vous.
By taking it, we also need more equipment, which is not going to be great for us. Do we have... There's usually like a a Prince of Terror or something along those lines. Which gives us like non-core manpower. Does this guy not exist for France? I guess not. I guess the second best one is the Passionate Gentleman.
Écoutez,
I would have loved to have a Prince of Terror, but I guess that's the second best we can go for, realistically. Stretching us as a bit thin for now, but I think all in all it's now relatively fine speaking. I do not have what's going on. I'm so sorry, but a lot of these pieces are just... Oh my god, we're War of China. A lot of these pieces are just irrelevant for us.
gardez vos rangs. Paré,
Nötig.
gardez vos rangs.
Destroy the German division in Eindhoven.
Attention.
Okay, let's see if we can push past Cologne. The issue is I don't want to kill the Germans. The primary reason why I don't want to kill the Germans, so I might just stop my push, honestly, is because if I do destroy the Germans, we're going to end up in a war with like half of Eastern Europe, including the Soviet Union. There is no way a war with the Soviet Union at that point is avoidable. Granted, they might be a bit busy, but do I just do it? I mean, like a 50... Can I see how many casualties the Soviets have taken? Hold up. Wait for me to check that. Really nothing. Does it look here? Well, I'm not woven. I mean... I'm just gonna trust that the Soviets are busy, okay? It's just gonna... This is gonna do something else. It's gonna push into Germany. Gonna trust the Soviets are busy, that they cannot pay attention to us for whatever goddamn reason. So we just have free reign.
Écoutez,
Okay.
attention.
The lag. Big lag spike for no reason.
Aux ordres. Continue l'attaque. Aux ordres.
There's another division encircled.
Bougez-vous.
I can't believe we're actually expanding our initial borders again. Now, the biggest threat still to us is probably Italy. I thought the Germans were gonna be it, but the Germans don't have the division count to virtually guard all of this. So, yeah, this is a bit of a wild playthrough. Of course, the one benefit that we have from doing this is with everything we take, probably also ban the leagues, funny. With every province that we take, we gain a lot more factories. Like, we take the German military economy, basically.
Gardez vos rangs.
For basically no cost of our own.
Gardez vos rangs.
Apart from manpower, of course.
Aux ordres.
I'm gonna get this guy to just directly go into Berlin.
Bougez-vous.
Go just into Nuremberg. Stuttgart. Is there anyone else? Prague, maybe.
Écoutez.
Can I can poop out a couple more. It's pretty nice. Let's see how Spain is doing. A-okay, okay. Very nice, it's division done. My goal has shifted. I do not care about Spain that much anymore. I'm just gonna leave them alive for the time being. Instead, I'm just gonna focus on the Germans. Because I think Germany is definitely killable.
Bougez-vous.
In fact, they have, by the looks of things, nothing in Germany. So,
Écoutez.
a bit awkward. How far is Germany? Halfway, and we haven't even taken Berlin. 73.
Paré.
And it's possible. Realistically, though, we need Karlsruhe or Munich.
Paré.
So we can maybe sneak around the Italian territory. In the meantime, you guys just deal with the tiny cities.
Écoutez. Bougez-vous.
Magdeburg, Stettin, you go up to Flensburg. Dresden. Gonna sneak through. Hello, Italians, just passing by, guys. Ignore me.
Bougez-vous.
Augsburg, okay. Like a maze. You gotta find your way through if this is the wrong direction. This guy's screwed. Okay, if you can now get a doctrine. How close are you, Germany? 84.
Aux ordres.
Maybe move here.
Bougez-vous.
Let me go to Munich, please.
Bougez-vous. Aux ordres.
Is there any city here that we're missing? Chemnitz, Karlsbad. That's already Czech territory. Seelau, Stettin, probably very important. Don't think there's anything here. Might as well take it though.
Bougez-vous.
Another 4 divisions. Yeah, I mean, very low on guns again, so I'm just gonna wait with the production of a couple more units.
Gardez vos rangs.
The German regime!
Gardez vos rangs.
What I'm doing here is turbo risky, by the way, because I have nothing guarding the homeland.
Attention.
Should we, perish to British forces, I will 100% take the blame on myself.
Bougez-vous. On se magne. Aux ordres.
Let me out! Release me! Okay. How would I even... How much do we need? We really just need Munich or Karlsruhe. I think we can get Karlsruhe, maybe.
Attention.
But if the Italians are just helpful for once. Let's do this. Kill that one German division right there.
Arrêt. Écoutez.
We can take Küstrin. I guess we can go for these right here.
Gardez vos rangs.
Breslau! I completely forgot about Breslau! Oh my god, this might be it. If this division reaches that destination. If we reach Breslau, it might just be it. 90! Still 90!
Attention.
Come on, man! Die already, please!
Arrêt.
Okay, hold up. Is there a way I can just walk around the Italians then? Oh, German division. Don't see many of those around anymore.
Attention. Arrêt. Arrêt.
A house. In the middle of a street.
Écoutez.
Kill these guys right here. Destroy this guy right down here. Bam. It should be a majority of the Spanish armed forces gone. I don't care about this guy pushing because he's not in the same Spanish Civil War faction. I've not taken Karlsruhe and this guy's dying down there now. That's just pretty unfortunate. Maybe if I take Prague, will it... Does it count as German core territory? No? Okay.
Arrêt.
That was worth a shot. You have infantry equipment again.
Arrêt. Écoutez.
Posen.
Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous.
Let's do that. And we can't advance too much, because otherwise we're just gonna end up beefing with everybody.
Arrêt.
Which is not something I want. We're gonna have to play this a bit strategically. Just the question is, where can we go around them? So we can get to like one of their major cities.
Écoutez.
I don't think Linz is enough. Also, Austria is still alive, by the way. I don't know how, I don't know why, but they're still here.
Aux ordres. Attention.
Okay, so that's what's happened. The Germans just have troops in there as well. You.
Aux ordres.
Okay.
Arrêt.
Knock that guy out for no particular reason. Knock him out. Punch the button here. I think divisions the Italians have. The Italians are building up. Okay, the Italians are just kind of slow-balling this. The good thing about for the Italians is just that they don't have to deal with a lot of fronts. Italy would have also been a worthy shout to players. There's something else. Can we do... Yeah, this is a consumer good factory buff for a bit of stability, which is pretty nice.
Bougez-vous. Gardez vos rangs. Gardez vos rangs.
That's in that. Very good. How much? 96.
Vos ordres.
Let's try pushing to Poland, maybe?
Paré.
Europa, Oster. The German tank division just alone over here as well.
Vos ordres.
We'll start right here. Down into Brünn. Oh my goodness. We've toppled a giant after a civil war. That is incredible. Okay, we're gonna take, of course, all the land that's near to us. One thing which we have to make sure of is that most, if not all of our borders that we have are with people that we're already fighting. So if I can, I'm gonna try avoiding a Soviet border. Which sounds a bit ironic given the direction I'm going with this right now. Okay, well, it's Jova, but that would have been nice to just avoid that. I guess now it's just really a game of let's try and take as much as possible. Katowice, Bornholm, take that. Test Western Slovakia. Don't need that. If you can... You can take Greenland, the Faroe Islands, Caroline Islands, Palau, Saipan, the Marshall Islands. Should be good. And then I'm not gonna fight them for anything else realistically. The only thing I'm gonna do instead is take the Navy. Because the Navy is probably more valuable than the land we're taking here. Because we need more ships. We desperately need more ships. This is fine like that. It looks a bit goofy, but it's about the best we can do. Let's take the entire Navy instead. I think this is a bigger benefit. Again, we're going to be at war with a couple more people now. I'm surprised we weren't already at war with Austria. I guess we never really had a border to share. The big one is we are now at war with the Soviets.
Paré.
This is not good. Okay.
Attention.
Let's do that. Let's do that. Hopefully we have a couple... I think we got the German equipment. I think the Germans capitulated to us, which meant we got their equipment. That is so unbelievably huge. Oh my god, that is massive in every facet of this reality. Okay.
Attention.
This does not matter to us. I thought I could maybe like encircle a couple Italians, but that should be fine still. Okay.
Paré. Bougez-vous. Vos ordres.
Let's take the Romanian lands right here. It's not really a lot we can do about this. Part of the reason also why I didn't take certain states is because I wanted as many people to be at war with each other, because I can also compromise the market with that. Like quite an amount. We don't need to trade with Turkey anymore, that's pretty good. Okay, the Italians have started pushing. This is not good. Okay. In fact, we might just put these guys here then.
Gardez vos rangs.
This is not great. I'm gonna try and shorten the border as much as I can. Like this. Because the Soviets still have more divisions than us, which is not good. Not good in the slightest.
Attention.
Can we maybe take this tower? Yeah. Again, we're not gonna use any of these land for thingies. There's no reason to. We don't have the equipment, the facilities needed for that. Just keeping an eye on Spain ever so often, just to make sure they don't try anything weird. That would be a huge blessing if we can get that province. That will free up a couple of divisions.
Aux ordres.
We're gonna have to lock in up here because there's only like 2 divisions up there, which is not great. The slightest help. Okay, the Italians are now just gonna brute force us. That's for sure. For lunch trauma.
Pareil.
Just take everything. Do that. And then the 10 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Écoutez.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take 10 off. And let's use you in a different field commander. A different general. We're gonna delete you up here.
Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs.
Should be fine.
Aux
Oh
ordres.
wait, no, these guys are this one here. I'm gonna use you up here. We're gonna make you green. You're gonna be the guys holding the north.
On se maille.
With. Okay, those extra divisions are so clutch. They're unironically so clutch. Not my. We need support equipment, but honestly, we might just live without it. Can I? Yeah, 30 should be enough. We now have. We have such a surplus of guns. That is so good. That is so bloody good. Okay. This might be ideal as well. Okay, let's combine our fleet with the German fleet as well while we're at it.
Pareil.
Okay, push that.
Pareil.
Not the province I wanted, but sure, I guess we can split that into half.
Écoutez.
Maybe we can kill Austria? We just get rid of him. And Austria's outlived its usefulness, realistically, yeah, okay. See if we can take Taro. Hello! Let's see if we can take Taro. And for Alberg, that would be good. I'm not even gonna fight for Vienna, there's no point. Yugoslavia is now at war with us, but that is genuinely just fine. Yugoslavia is not a threat to us. The bigger threat is actually just the fact that, first of all, Austria's been left alive, and second of all, that one of our divisions is just stuck now. Just killing the Germans was such a benefit. Holy shit. Austria's dead again. We keep flip-flopping in between that. The US has gone into a minor civil war. Yeah, the US has just taken over the entirety of North America. Holy shit. South America is still split up, so is Africa. Japan is again having a horror story of a game. I really expected them to do better. China is actually doing pretty well. The Rush is getting civil wars as well. Australia is doing well. A couple of nations who are doing well and a couple who have just gone missing.
Attention.
Okay, just take that. Nothing else to do with that really.
Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous.
Oop. Let's see, how is our strength compared to the Soviet Union? Soviets still have equipment, which is not great for us, but we're about comparable, I'd say. We can expand the citizenship, which is also really nice, finally. Which will give us a couple more men. Or Staden here. Bigger, better artillery gun. We could just try pushing the Italians for a bit. We just try and battle plan this. I'm gonna try that. Oh, we're winning on everything. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll just keep battle planning for just a tiny bit then. Okay, that's already enough because I'm seeing the Swiss. The Swiss are actually the bigger issue here. I think the Italians we could probably kill. Same with the Soviets. It's really just the Swiss that's the issue.
C'est parti.
for the front lines then. Hold up for a second as well. Boop. Okay, who's this? Oh, it's Switzerland. Okay. That's very good. Let's make sure that they die. I care about this. Okay, now we definitely can push. That was actually a mistake, I'd say, by the Italians. Not the wisest decision by them. So this just allows me to not just push into the country. Much less opposition. Okay, don't need the extra engineer company. I would love to get some anti-air, but it's a bit late for that. Plus the production capabilities need to be on guns still. Soviets really don't have a lot of divisions here. That's why I have all the debuffs of the Red Army. I really, really want to put an offensive into the Soviet Union. All of these divisions right here. We're gonna use you in a separate army. Hold up, I have an idea how to do this. We're gonna do a separate army. Boop. And then 2 right here. Boop. We're gonna make one giant pushing army. This guy's in use. But we've run out of generals, Lamar. Okay, second. Reassign Charles de Gaulle. We at least have a field commander. We're gonna where do we strike? Do we kill the Italians first? Probably smarter, isn't it? Now let's destroy Italy first. Let's make a separate army group here just to kill Italy. The entire point of this army is to just push into Italy. Once we have dealt with Italy, the Soviets are next. With some help of the other guys as well. Because these guys are still green, so that's not great. Let's do remove worker shortage, that should be good. British Rush. Did something, I think they killed... no, they exploded again. Never mind. Second British Rush explosion has happened. Okay, the vitals we need to monitor is definitely the guns. As soon as the guns drop too low, we need to stop our push immediately. ASAP. Okay, that should be... These guys dead. Okay, we have to possibly hold our push a bit, because up here it's not going well. But realistically, the one threat we now have is the Soviet Union. This is not fantastic to say, but it is what it is, realistically. Let's push here as well. I do not have war score for the Guanzi clique, I'm so sorry. Let's do that right here. Occasionally watch up here, because I'm scared that Stalin might do something stupid. We already run out of guns again, or is it just... Okay, it's just a lie. Okay, get some compliance going, which is pretty nice. Compliance means we have less troops that we have to use to guard stuff with. This is what I meant with the Air Force, by the way. It really is not a pleasant time right now. Okay, and now we've reached the border here as well. Yugoslavia surprisingly died. That is not something I had on my bingo card right now. Slovenia, that's fine. That's fine, and Southern Austria. Yeah, the Greeks demanding this. Why? Greece, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so the Italians now just half killed the Yugoslavs, which is quite interesting. I don't know how that's gonna pan out for them. I don't expect all too well, because that will just increase their front line with virtually everybody. This is so good as well. Once you push like through the initial Italian wave, you can just kill them. It is so satisfying. Italy in their home country is possibly one of the easiest nations to defeat in the game. It is quite hilarious. I can just virtually run circles around them and they cannot stop me. Like, they might get a couple divisions here and there, but they cannot stop me. Let's do you. Let's assign you right here. Bam. Another guy to the Soviet front, please. Closest Italy. 50%. Probably have to take all of mainland Italy. As per usual with the Italians. So Palermo and such need to fall as well. Finally, Spanish have finally died. I kind of forgot about them for a while. This does not concern us. So, zillion other people. I wonder what the UK is up to. I've not seen the UK all game. They've not tried one naval invasion. It's a bit of a weird one, this one, from the UK. Really not done anything.
Attention.
Push here. Crush into the ports.
Attention. Tirs ennemis.
How far are you, Italy? About 50%, okay. We've also just taken Milan, which is very good for us.
Écoutez. Écoutez.
See if you can maybe like get a couple of things going here as well. We probably also want to go pressurize the Soviets, let them know we're still here. And kill a division or something like that. Just to make sure that they don't fall asleep from not doing anything against us. This is our front line here, fine. I should have checked this a while ago, but yes it is. Perfect.
Continue d'avancer. Pas de pitié. Attention. Pareil.
Like, you guys. I think Venetia is going to be very important to us as well, because that's usually quite a significant difference maker in the capitulation of the Italians. Which is just taken, very nice.
Continue d'avancer. Continue d'avancer. Pareil. Bougez-vous. Bougez-vous.
We're virtually pushing into Yugoslavia against the Italians.
Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous.
Kill that guy out of there.
Continuez d'avancer. Gardez vos rangs.
Oh. The lag is getting a bit crazy now. Oh, Libby has broken free. Lamar.
Attention. Écoutez.
Collapsed is like a bunch of dominoes back and forth.
Attention.
Brick by brick.
Gardez vos rangs. Gardez vos rangs. Allez, allez, allez.
Are a bit taken as well. And that's aggressive focus really that we need. Actually, before we maybe go after the Soviets, maybe Spain is actually the better target. Simply for the fact that
Écoutez.
Civil War is still going on. The Spanish will not have the divisions to defend all that. Very nice. There should be Italy dealt with, okay. Basically, at least. Unless we now really struggle to cross the Sicilian Strait right here. I can't believe this, like, Civil War game ended up working. I am in utter disbelief that this is the game that's worked. All of these guys are dead. Very nice.
Écoutez.
Greece is relevant to us. For the time being. How many dead Italians are there, by the way? 400,000. We've had they've killed 200, so I'm like against that too much. Okay.
Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs.
Okay, and the worst possible scenario has in fact happened. Okay. Now the issue is again, we cannot quite kill the Italians because they can just hold the strait. It's pretty annoying because here we just run into supply issues. I guess the one thing I could try is maybe moving a couple away and then getting air supremacy? Like the one trump card I might have. Let them grind against me. Air supremacy, we might be able to do something. Okay, quite a lot more than. A bit much. And I'm getting rid of the already trained divisions, but I don't think it makes too much of a difference at the moment.
Attention. Aux ordres.
Please win that fight, please win that fight, thank you.
Attention.
The Soviets are also dangerous because the Soviet AI is one of those AIs that randomly decides to naval invade you whenever they feel like it. Really, you just can't advance there. That's criminal. Okay, let me get rid of you two. Let's align instead up on Spain. I'd prefer if you guys took out Iberia, in fact, instead of pushing Yugoslavia, because we can deal with the Balkan in a second. This is not priority number one. Okay. Offensive doctrine, this should help. Infantry expert, charismatic. Damn. See if this helps. Oh, that is good. Again, the Spanish Civil War is one of those annoying wars where every battle takes about 50,000 years. Okay, hold up, we're being invaded for the first time. Northern France. Okay, it's good that we have basically an entire backup army over here. This is gonna be a
Attention.
fallback here for naval invasions. Oops, not what I meant to do.
Écoutez.
This is gonna be a fallback, just in case stuff like this happens. Because now we actually have the divisions to guard all that. I'm just gonna... This is the first time Britain has showed up the entire game. I'm gonna guard the entire bloody coast if I have to. I think the air per se is very keen on navally invading Italy, but just in case.
Écoutez. Bougez-vous. Pareil. Gardez vos rangs.
Okay, we've just taken the entire British naval invasion immediately. What do you mean with that? They're all in circles.
Visez bien.
That was one giant epic fail, Mr. Britain.
Écoutez. Aux ordres.
Kill all of these guys. I do not have war score against British Malaya, so I don't mind that. We're not at war with Japan as well. Let's also get a couple more convoys. I'm assuming the British, yeah. The British are kicked out. Very nice. Okay, Britain for the first time showed up, and they just exploded. I'm only live on Twitch or somewhere else, also on YouTube.
Gardez vos rangs.
Also on the big red platform. We probably can get a new gun now, which is pretty cool. We still have more guns? We still have more guns. We could probably make a like another army out of like this. And now we're in the deficit. This should be clawed back immediately almost, yeah. Even while pushing. Okay, and this is excellent for us that they have just exploded, because this means the Spanish will not have their Civil War army anymore, which should make our life 20x easier. I don't particularly care about anything else here. Maybe the Navy, because all of this land we're just gonna take anyways. And now the Spanish have lost their Civil War army, which will make conquering these two a breeze. Boop, 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 boop. Probably wanna up our army logistics a bit. Yes, this should be fine, and maybe fleet logistics or something like that. And look at that, the Spanish are immediately crumbling. There's nothing to stop us here.
Aux ordres.
Not just touching with Portugal, who we've been at war with for quite a while, actually. The Portuguese and us, we've just been silently in the same war for the longest of terms. Northern Balkans. Oh, sorry, the Mariana region. Okay, Japan's just invading our territory over there. Not that I care. Okay. Little maneuver. Authorize probably? Get a cheeky discount on that while we can. We could also close our economy. It should help us a lot as well, because we do own quite a lot of resources now thanks to all this. Oh, and the Soviets have started grinding against us. Okay, this is gonna be one hell of a game. I think we've basically won now. Because unless someone really surprises me, like I'm saying Britain puts about 100 divisions in my country, this should be good. Get another consumer goods guy where I did. Create the mountain here.
Gardez vos rangs.
Okay, let's put you guys. What do we do with this? Because we do have like this army now again over here. Do I just attach you to, I guess a couple can go here. I should really get some generals at this point. But stupid I still haven't. Do something like that maybe? So you guys go up here.
Aux ordres.
You two go here. And then the rest is already assigned. Let's see if we can get some generals. Yeah. me when I whiffed the button about 20 times. Issues are also expensive.
Continuez d'avancer.
Oops, wrong army group. The West Indian Empire is also crazy. Bulgaria is doing really well, surprisingly. Okay, that should be Madrid taken care of, please. Yes, and that's the rest of Spain done. Very, very nice. Okay, again, we're gonna have to split this for the time being with Portugal. I'm not gonna fight them too much for their land, simply so the Spanish don't exist. Because again, we're gonna get all of it anyways, so this realistically does not matter. Sure, Portugal, you can have it. I honestly do not fully care. Oop. Okay, now just kill the Portuguese. There's consumer goods down there. Okay, I did not realize that. Let's push through that. Can we... I thought it said an officer trade. Sometimes the game just lies to you in that menu. It's quite funny. Oh my god, Portugal has almost immediately crumbled. Spain's no longer here and Portugal is disintegrated.
Attention.
That is wild. I removed the next capital. Let me check again. Is anyone doing badly? Not at the moment. That's Portugal down. Britain is involved in this as well. Could throw a span in the works. As long as we get like this stuff right here, we should be fine. Please let me take Lisbon, thank you. I don't want to take anything else because I know that will just get me into unnecessary wars. Is it's gonna spite the other France, maybe? Let's go to we create an independent state right there. Troll that guy, and then take the screening ships. Okay, very nice. Okay, that opens up this entire army. We're not gonna assign you all over here. That would be quite stupid. Instead, I think it's time we do a little bit of a counter-attack.
Attention.
That's not what I want. There's no way for me to select the army, but just the one side of the army.
Écoutez.
Okay, hold up. I think I have an easier way of doing this. Bam. Don't even think I want it to be all the way down here, but literally just the Soviet Union. And then all of you guys right here.
Pareil.
Finland is at all of us. That is completely and utterly fine.
Pareil.
I just wanted to push out a bit here just so we have a little bit more of an air gap. We'll push a bit more. And if you can get Stockholm, that could be cool. Where is our, by the way, this guy right here. Then I need to guard Spain, of course, as well. Including Gibraltar. And the Swedish parts.
Pareil. Attention.
I just can't kill the goddamn Italians down there. Boop, boop, boop. I wonder if I can just... Hold up, can I just breakfast this? I'm about to take a Gibraltar, if I'm not mistaken. Can I now move through now that I own half of the strait? No? Okay. That should be coming sometime soon. We don't have any war square in Ethiopia. Ah. Industrial Revolution. Collectivization, whatever. Close enough. Let's just get the army in position. Let's kill the Russians. And then we should be good. It should be good for now. No reason to keep fighting in Finland, at least for the time being. The reason is, first of all, these two are fighting each other anyways, and second of all, there is no way of us capping Finland from this direction. Right, let's destroy the Soviet Union. It's funny, because we're gonna kill Russia now, but we haven't even killed the other friends, nor Italy. But I'm pretty sure the Russians are still gonna cap first, which is gonna be quite something. Let's also push with these guys. Down into, like, the Balkans and Russia. Bulgaria should not... While they're doing so well, they should not have many divisions, which should be good for us. Better guns. Elia. Stronger artillery. Improve the equipment. Push through. More guns. Very nice. We've just gotten ourselves a couple boosts, more economy laws. Not like we need those at this point. Gonna check on the world again in just a second. Don't you worry if you're curious about that. Just want to make sure that all of this is going well. We just declared on the West Indian Empire, but this is of no concern to us. We are almost all the way through. I actually would probably prefer if the Italians push out of here. I'm gonna keep the troops there, but oh, China's running that. Good job, Japan. Took you long enough. That should mess up the Soviet AI even better. Make quick work of Bulgaria. No reason to fight here. The sooner we can deal with them, the better for us. I cannot believe the Civil War turned into this game still. We have not finished the Civil War because they have cores on Africa still. I'm yet to get my navy down there. Best part is we could have absolutely done it. It's just like we need full control over like the Gibraltar state. And like this precise sea is full of like enemy ships. Just making it so unnecessarily annoying. Let's give Renault some funds. Hope they don't build a Formula 1 team with it and hire some corrupt guy. They fire him and then hire him again in a couple of years.
Continuez d'avancer.
Good like that. Game is crashed again. Not great. Not splendid, in fact. Relaunch that. Okay. Surely this is the final game crash. I have still no idea what the game crash is caused by. I'm guessing something with India, because that's usually what now crashes my games or makes them extremely slow. One of the two. But yeah, it's not bueno. No bueno. Game is just saying no, virtually yes. I don't know what's popping with it today, but it does not want to play. Switch to YouTube? Ah, fair enough. I personally prefer the Twitch layout, but everybody to their own. Start this. continue. The exact same thing as before. Bluffed if there should be Bulgaria dead in just a second. Oh, we've whiffed Vana. Okay. Kosovo as well. Sofia. They want Kosovo. This is surprisingly not in a peace deal. Let's kill this guy. Perfect. Again, it's not too big of a bother if the other guys take something, especially since we're just gonna keep death warring them. It also should not be a big fight here. How much are we up to? 1 million deaths, so it's also 1 million. Okay. Are we still fine on guns? Yes. That's Romania dead. Let's take this so we don't run into any weird supply issues, because that's happened to me before with a certain American nation. Mexico. I have a despise for Mexico in this game, because Mexico is genuinely the most annoying nation. They will just completely brainlessly declare on people and just drag you into their wars if you ever ally them. It is quite a handful to be friends with them. Like that. The British Rush is dead. You. I think you should just leave him alive, Soviets. It's not like they're gonna live for long, but I specifically gave that province up so you could take it. Serbian Navy? I guess you somehow used to have your screening ships, fair enough. Does that mean I have him here? Can we make it supremacy? No, no shot. Okay. Hey, how did you just pass through? Wait, how? Huh? Okay, this naval system is quite something. It told me it's impossible. I still can't move through, but the one ship there just did. Do this. And let's finish off the Soviet Union. It's also pushed into Finland by where it's just for no other reason out of spite, basically. I think once the Soviets are dead, we're gonna try and see if I can go after the other France. If I can, I'm gonna finish them off. If I can't, the Soviet Union capitulation is gonna be the end of the game. Because then we have basically every continent dominated by a certain nation. Except for maybe Africa. By the way, the US, still fighting itself. They're still not having a great time. South America looks like it's going to Argentina, out of all people. Asia is primarily dominated by Japan and the Soviet Union at the moment. Australia hasn't really done anything, surprisingly. Like, there's been nothing coming from Australia for quite a while now. Okay, let's pause the invasion for just a second. Let the troops regain strength, you know, eat a bit. You know, the average, what do you do in an army? Regain your breath. We do have more divisions here. Our divisions are also by far stronger, so it's just take a short breather.
Attention. Bougez-vous.
Brazil is dead. That's very good. Means I think we are no longer at war with anyone from South America? No. Because that's just the British and the US down there now. Should be decent.
Allez, on se bouge.
Focus on Greece for just a second. Let the Soviets just run into us. Soviet AI will just waste all their equipment into us. Should be okay. We might get pushed back a couple times, but this is completely fine. Navy rearmament, I guess. Not really a lot of focuses left to do. I guess I could see if there's an... Is there a focus that just gives me compliance game? The resistance target. Could do that one. I might just do that one. See if we can take out Norway. We don't have anything but that, I think. Maybe Bergen counts for massive city over here. Stop pushing again. Maybe whoever this is, I'm assuming the British also like pisses off at some point, so we can like deal with everything down here. Because the only reason why the Italians aren't that is because I can't naval invade this, and they have just death stacked this down here. They are losing a lot of equipment though, so if they keep on going with that, at some point it's gonna run dry. Okay. I don't even have Mountaineers, I just wanna not have to pop up if I can. Oop. Let's take Riga. Riga would be an important hub. Also the first big river crossing. So we just capitulated someone, which is interesting. I would not know who that would be. I like that we're always at like half strength, by the way, simply because like quote unquote half of our core territory down here has been taken. That's pretty annoying.
Attention.
I don't know what the Italians are also producing down here. It's quite something. Did we take Riga? Should pay attention to that. We did not. Okay.
Écoutez.
Here we go.
Pareil.
Push to the river line. I am apparently in this American Civil War, which the American junta lost. We just have the US again, just in pink, I guess. Love myself a pink USA.
Aux ordres. En Spagne.
Let's do you. Do we have enough trucks? We still do have enough trucks, okay. I don't care about my convoys being sunk, that is of no concern of mine for the moment. Let's see if we can just...
Tirs ennemis.
Because they're running so thin on equipment, surely like anytime now they will be dead. The Italians are actively like seppukuing on the bottom there. This is slightly.
Pareil. Continuez d'avancer.
Yeah, we can move away from our old artillery as well, which is pretty good. Let's try push again for a bit. I know the Soviets are grinding themselves against me, but I'm pretty sure we can just push again. I think the limiting factor actually is our artillery at the moment, not even our guns. I'm gonna actually get rid of a couple of these, I'm gonna put them on artillery. Oh, where the fuck did they just gain all that from? Because suddenly every push I try is red. I've not paid attention to the Greeks in quite a while, so I'm glad they're just dead. I almost forgot I was at war with them. That, and this, and this. You're not getting your little state right here, Italy. Boop. Okay, maybe now have... No, still not enough of a fleet. Although, in saying that, Yeah, not enough.
Paré.
Let's see if he can attack. No. Not quite yet. Okay, we just this is sadly just a waiting game now where we just kind of have to wait for the Soviets to slowly explode. Oh, we still have victors of the Great War. Mafia on the rise, oh god. No we don't. No we don't. I think that went when we had the Civil War, so I guess we're just doing a useless focus. Improved gun again, anti-tank guns.
Écoutez. Attention.
Guy gets kicked out here. Very nice. I'd like to take that small town if I can. The game's crashed again. Ah! Two colors of the countries mean anything, it's just to see which is which. It is just to see who is who. The initial colors are always the same. If a country goes into a civil war, they change colors 90% of the time. So you will see once the civil war ends that the color of the country slightly changes. This is basically a given with, I think, every single nation bar like one or two. I think the only one where this doesn't apply it is maybe Afghanistan. Maybe. I'm not 100% on that, but I think I've seen Afghanistan remain the same color. The colors themselves don't mean anything, though. No. There is nothing to those. And this game runs for like 10 minutes. It is not that much left. We literally just have to kill the Russians. We are virtually helping Napoleon right now. Please! There is not that much left. Just because I wanted to take a small town over here. God damn it.
Aux ordres. Paré.
And now we're just taking it immediately. Okay, well,
Gardez vos rangs.
unlucky. Okay, this is bad. Now it's crashed twice in the same, like, save. Now this is getting bad. What does the crash record say? I hope this is not an issue with the mod or with Turkey. I'm gonna check. If it crashes one more time, I'm gonna check the crash report and I'm gonna fix it. Hopefully, it is not an issue with the mod. Because this would be really anticlimactic if the game just kept on crashing here. I hope it's just like a decision a country does, which just keeps on exploding it. In which case, I can just fix it. I just hope it, for the love of God, that it's not the Soviet Union. Just don't be the Soviet Union, and we should be good, okay? I cannot capitulate the Soviet Union within 2 weeks of this game. It's not something that happens. Okay, I'm not gonna push into that small town. I'm just gonna check when the game explodes, if it does.
C'est parti.
Let's take this instead right here. I'm just eagling the days right now in the top right. Of course, this is the one time it doesn't happen. Okay, great. I just look like a schizophrenia. God damn it. Okay.
Attention.
Well, let's see if we can still get out town, because otherwise I feel a bit scammed. I'm not sure what caused it then, but hopefully it just doesn't happen again. Is something wrong with the seeding?
Écoutez. Attention.
If we could take like the Polish pocket right here, that would be so good.
Écoutez. Aux ordres.
Just reinforced 11 divisions out of there, by the way.
On se magne.
And we just lost all towers. Okay. Great. God damn it. Okay. you're eventually just gonna force me to wait here, aren't you? I don't have wars against British Burma. I'm in so many peace deals. Godforsaken French colonial empire. Try again, maybe not. Before I even could try, they attack me. Amazing. Again, it's just a bit of a wait now. Ay. You're gonna lose ever so slight territory here and there, but of no concern to us.
Aux ordres. Pareil.
One of the weirdest things to me still is that the AI actually knows how to reinforce meme. Like it's an actual exploit in the game that's regularly being used by the AI. It's wild.
Attention.
I know why it happens, but it's still wild to me that it happens. But the AI is making such use of it. 7 divisions gone, very nice.
Aux ordres.
Oh. Oh, we just punched him out immediately, fair enough. I thought the order just did not fire.
Allez.
Okay, we've just taken a little bit more back from the Romanian homelands. Can we push her here? Maybe. Yes, we can, surprisingly. Okay. Let's make sure we take a Lavo. How is the Japanese front for you going, Mr. Soviet? Doesn't look that different. Okay. I was very worried for a second that we were gonna get in soccer there, but no. Luckily everything is right with the world today.
C'est parti. Bougez-vous.
Let's try this for just a second. What is causing it to crash? God damn it. Bloody hell. Can I please just play the game? Please. You know the Mr. Krabs meme with like the Glock he's holding? Give it up for day 554. This is what this feels like right now. I don't think I've launched Hearts of Iron that often in such a short span before, like ever. God fucking damn it. This is a completely different day as well. There is one nation out there. I'm pretty confident. I'm gonna check this maybe in post something. There is one nation out there which is completely messing up the mod. I'm not sure which one it is. If I had to put my bet on right now, it's probably India. Because they usually tend to do weird stuff in the game, like white piecing the fascists for the 18th time now, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how many times I've seen that pop up. It's getting quite on my nerves. But I'm pretty sure that's these guys that's messing them up. Because I don't think the game is handling India white piecing the West Indian Empire about 50 times. I don't think they like that. Like, look at this. Bro, just take him. Just take him. Just take him. God damn it.
Gardez vos rangs.
Bloody Indians.
Aux ordres.
That pop is gonna keep appearing, and I'm pretty sure that's what's messing up the game. I don't know why they gave the democracies just like a white piece option. That should just not be an option for them. Just keep abusing it.
Écoutez.
Push that here as well. I was wondering when that thing was happening. We just paused.
Pareil.
Okay, let's see if we can take Lavo. Come on. Yes.
Attention.
Yes. And boom. Oh my god, the US has just taken Argentina. I think we've got our first multi-continental power. Holy shit. Congratulations to the US, actually. Actually banger work. Okay, let's see if we can just push them now. Yeah, okay. Perfect. I think this, by all means, hopefully, should be the death of the Soviet Union. They've lost 5 million, I've lost 3 million to them. It's the Soviet Union, it's been fun, but it's time for you to die. Please get out of my game. Cannot get air supremacy, sadly.
Bougez-vous.
Okay, on the gates of Leningrad, there's no opposition. Yeah, this is it. The only thing we have to be careful from is actually the Finnish. Because the Finnish could just invade us now as well, but I think if I activate this mission as well here, I think there should be no issue. Push him a bit here as well. Don't think it's even pushing. It's sad.
Écoutez.
Right, it's because it's not aggressive. Still not working? Okay. I do love myself the repeated white peas. No, wait, did they just take them? Never mind. I had hope for a second.
Vos ordres.
Most disappointed I've been since goddamn the SpongeBob movie.
Attention.
I don't mean the recent one, I mean the one that was already cooked.
Vos
My
ordres.
poor soul back then could not handle that, how bad that movie was. And you're just forcing me to extra go over here and just assign an army. Screw you.
Gardez vos rangs. Attention.
Oh, can't do that. Hoping if just... Have I only been pushing with one army? If so, that's quite sad. I just clocked that I might have only been pushing with one of my two armies here. So we still have lost massively. Thank the Lord, by the way, for whoever made the autosave a feature in this game. Otherwise, this would have been quite something to redo about 15 times.
C'est parti.
Entire Soviet Union army once again sliced and diced up. Are we looking down here? So nothing's changed, okay. No naval invasions. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very chill. You gotta just take a chill pill sometimes, you know? Just lay back. Chill.
Attention.
Q as well. Moscow's been taken, didn't even clock that. Which means the Soviet Union is 56% towards capitulation. Oh my godness. Why does this thing constantly keep disappearing here? This is
Écoutez.
not bad, but it's just annoying. You are forcing me to assign an army down here, which is something I do not fancy. Against the goddamn Soviet peanut divisions.
Bougez-vous. Gardez vos rangs.
I do not have Moscow against Mutapa. Although, I guess we might have a win in Africa? It's the UK? Maybe? Possibly?
Parez.
Let's move you here, and everybody else to Sevastopol and back.
Parez. Parez.
There we go, punch them out.
Parez. Bougez-vous. Bougez-vous.
It was Stalingrad. Ah, this is very rewarding. After almost fumbling again with the Civil War, this is very rewarding.
Bougez-vous.
This is good.
Écoutez.
You taking Stalingrad. Very nice. Now just like a couple more percentages left. I'll put this further back just so I keep on pushing.
Gardez vos rangs. Paré.
And that should be good as well for them. Push this. I'd say for the fact that we've chosen, by far, I'd say, the most difficult continent to play in, and had a civil war, both of those things happened, we've done extremely well.
Écoutez.
How did you even sign a white piece? Neither one of you all did anything, please. You've literally just cut my supply line. You're actually griefing. Please stop. This is actual griefing at this point.
Écoutez.
Screw you, AI.
Attention.
I don't mind a little cheating by the AI, but like, come on. In fact, I'd encourage the AI to cheat by all means necessary, because they need it. 8 million dead. This is not the way.
Gardez vos rangs.
Oh my god, I just noticed what this mod did to like the Caucasus is half sunken.
Écoutez. Attention.
Let's move to Baku, that's another major one. And then Kazan, also very important that we take that. And then you guys just go to Murmansk.
Aux ordres.
Head off the finger.
Gardez vos rangs.
It's 4 finished dead again.
Gardez vos rangs.
Not, I cannot take the tile, probably because it's water.
C'est parti.
Kill that.
Attention. Attention. Écoutez.
Move towards Tehran, even though that's not really required, but that should be fine, just to keep the Soviets away, ruin the supply essentially. Troops are just fighting on water, we just get a bunch of Jesus divisions now as well. It's not supposed to happen. How close are you, Mr. Soviet? 93. You take Murmansk? Not quite. Like we've gotten encircled here, which is not very good for us.
On se maille.
Now been unencircled.
Paré.
Legal equality as well. We have better infantry equipment, might as well stock up on that. Attrition at day 11. I keep thinking escape is a way to keep the button away, but it's not, it's enter.
Aux ordres.
Like to get the pop-up away. Yeah, my... You just see how cooked the map is. Speaking of, how is Turkey doing? I don't think Turkey's done anything the entire game. In fact, they've just been guaranteed by the British. They're kind of sat here. Also, Britain, how have you not invaded Ireland yet? I think Ireland is also the only nation. I might war with Ireland, sorry. Whatever. Not gonna deal with that.
Gardez vos rangs.
Oh, close. Oh, they're dead any second now. The only issue is fighting in Siberia, especially in 1944, is usually not the greatest. French in the winter particularly didn't too well. History is anything to be believed by. Napoleon could tell you 15 million fairy tales about that.
Paré.
How much do we need? 3%. So we need a couple more cities actually. Don't think HOI4 is actually enough.
Aux ordres.
In a weird twist of events, we've now found ourselves fighting the Japanese in Iran, which is quite something. In another weird twist of events, I should probably fix my manpower before that completely runs dry. I just clocked that because we've taken almost all of Russia, that our manpower is not looking all too hot anymore.
Attention.
Build a division from us, not very good.
Écoutez.
Has Vladivostok been taken? I'd like to know. Yes. Maybe HOI4 is just about enough. I don't think so, but can't wait to hurt.
Écoutez.
Can't hurt to find out. Oh my god, my English is malfunctioning. It's so over.
Gardez vos rangs.
Push that here.
Bougez-vous.
Take that city right there. Yeah, I actually want to probably go scraping the barrel. There's no reason for us to look into the future here. We've basically done everything we needed to do. How are we doing in terms of guns? 400,000 up. Very nice. Upgrade infantry equipment. Upgrade infantry equipment. Upgrade infantry equipment.
Gardez vos rangs. Gardez vos rangs. Attention.
I think I'm just gonna move every single of this army over here. We're gonna punch right through, because the Soviets are very close to capitulating. The orange armies can just hold everything else. Should be fine for them, right? Right? Yes, it's enough divisions. And in Finland as well, hopefully. In fact, this might just better our supply over there. The Soviets did push us back ever so slightly, but not enough to stop us for sure. Also doesn't help surely is that we don't have our air force here, which I should probably move, because it's, while it might only be 14 castles, it's gonna make a difference, believe me. We're taking Kirov, that's huge. One of the last few remaining Soviet cities.
Paré. Tirs ennemis. Pas de pitié.
This thing doing fine? Not really. Okay, well, that's a bit of a fail, an epic fail, some might say. Okay.
Aux ordres. Attention.
We're literally just missing that like one Soviet. Oh my god, where are these guys going? We're literally just missing that one like Soviet city somewhere. We're literally just HOI4 and they're dead.
Gardez vos distances.
I know the Japanese are invading me through the Caucasus right now, but literally as long as we hold it off, I don't mind. I am not gonna go after Japan this game. all the freedom they've been given. They've only fought really the Soviets. Like, this is not reasonable. They're still doing it, by the way. Yeah, 44. This fight probably, like... I'm gonna have to look in the footage when this fight, but this must have been a while ago, this goddamn Indian war. Against the West Indian Empire. How do you even explain that in a history book, in a realistic sense? Like, what reason could you have for, like, 18 different white pieces?
Aux ordres.
Can I... He had weekly manpower here, so let's do that.
Écoutez.
Oh, there's a city down here I don't even notice. Yes! It's done! Oh my god. That was a behemoth that we just took down. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to split the land still with Japan, which is not ideal, but I'm just glad this is over. In a second, we can check on our Italian friends, see if they've exploded yet. I don't think they have, but if they have, we might just go for a cheeky naval invasion towards the end. I'm gonna have to click every single of these provinces, by the way. This is about 200 different clicks. So just give me 1 second. Including these sea tiles. My god, how much did the Soviets own? Soviets also were like having a really good game. Guess it does make sense with them being like basically instantly prepared for war. Really, the only thing that's stopping them is just equipment. Oh my god. The like Japan jump scare. I'm fine with splitting the land with Japan, even though potentially they're just my enemy. Simply for the fact that I don't think I'll continue this game after either this is done or the Italians have exploded. One of the two. One of those conditions need to be dealt with. So I definitely do not possess the navy to deal with Britain. Let's just go contest a bunch of these guys now. As much as we can. Ulaanbaatar, very important to the French Communist Empire. Take all of this. Oop. Let me just please do the select all button. Thank god. 1,000. Yep. 3,000. Nope. There's something big that I can kill off. I guess we cannot take this. 2,001. That's ugly. Let's do that. You 100, it's still fine. Perfect. I think you take the fleet, sadly. There's that. Okay. The D10s have exploded, but in the wrong direction. Okay. I think actually that makes them easier to capitulate, weirdly enough. Because they don't have equipment. I might just bother with the Italians. Hold up. I'm just gonna bother with this here. I'm gonna use the rest of you guys to just make a massive wall against Japan. Should that be even possible?
Attention.
I guess and kill Finland. Oh, in the UK at some points, right, Navy invading, as I can see. Everybody tried to just bail out of Russia at the very end, which is very interesting. I'll just deal with that just quickly.
Attention. Attention.
So you're just gonna take that, which is pretty annoying, but not really something I wanna bother with, sadly.
Attention. Pareil.
How is this guy alive? Kill him, please.
Écoutez.
The army back yet?
Attention.
Yes. Okay. Let's finish off Italy. Japan's gonna give us a slight bit here, but that should be fine.
Gardez vos rangs.
Taking Rome, but not for long.
Pareil.
Take down the Italians and then kick out the British. Unless you just allow me to take that, Britain. Would you be such a doll? You are incredible. You've just lost your only people. But hello, Alan. Just clocked that you're here as well. Hello, hello.
Gardez vos rangs.
You join us towards the end of the game. The stream is gonna go for like another 10 minutes in game we're done for today. And just mopping up essentially the last remaining pieces that we need for utter European domination.
Attention. Bougez-vous.
Kill those.
Pied.
Perfect. Got that. This should be it for the Italians, surely, right?
Écoutez.
I'm not playing around.
Écoutez. Gardez vos rangs. Bougez-vous.
Come on. Just explode, please. Yeah, I need to go, please. Explode. Italy, I swear to God. But finally, the British Rus is dead. At least means this godforsaken white piece will not end. How are we doing in Finland?
Pareil.
Yes! Italy is dead as well. Yeah, the UK does not have a lot of war score, so we're gonna take it all. We're gonna finish off Italy, and then finish off what started this whole mess, which is our civil war. I can't believe that thing is still going. Hopefully, and I mean hopefully, the UK doesn't have navy supremacy for this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get mad if they do. Come on, die already. Please. Please. Thank the Lord. Two things. I didn't take the fleet. So I'm a big stupid. Second of all, hold on, I can just reload. Second of all, the British just own Sicily for some reason. Hold up, I can just reload. I just didn't take a fleet, god damn it. Actually throwing a free game. Quite incredible. Oh, is it because the UK naval invaders? That's what's caused it. Also, Liberia is going strong. Okay. We somehow ended with this first, this time. So the French died to Liberia this time before the the Italians died to me. So that's wild. Them. Take all our land back. I mean, as far as I understood, we have basically cores on most of this shit, so this is pretty cheap for us. Where everybody else has to go sky high if they want to take it from us. Come on. Come on. Come on. Thank the Lord. The fleet is lost. I don't think I was sitting on much equipment at that point anyways. Second force attack right here.
Gardez vos distances.
Safe. Moin, ich bin ein bisschen zu spät. Ja, ist ein bisschen schon vorbei. Ich bringe nur noch die Italiener zum Ende. Das ist der Stream leider schon zu Ende. Hast es ein bisschen verpasst heute, aber kein Ding, oder? If you want to watch about, it's been a battle royale stream essentially. I fought every nation. We've had ups and downs. There was a French civil war at some point, I can tell you that. It's been a bit of a wild ride. This is the first time I've not been in a civil war since the start of the game, basically. Heute bist du ja weggekommen. Yes. Ja, ganz Russland eingenommen. Ich verteidige das nicht, weil, ja, ganz Sinn. Ich will nur noch die Italiener umbringen. I in theory could keep on fighting, but just, I really can't be asked. Like, am I at war with these guys? Okay, I'm at war with them. This is the British rush. The issue is just the Italians have been kind of depth stacking. This is like one little tile right here, and it's really annoying to get by them because of it.
Attention. Attention.
I'm just kind of goating them into now going forward again. I think that's the best play. To move the Italian army over here. Stretch them out thin, because there's like 10 divisions left in that country, realistically. Yeah. Instead of fighting that little tiny province, I'm just letting them take a bit of the land, thinking they can do something with it.
Gardez vos rangs.
What noise is that? That's a bit of a shock. I was not paying attention to that for the longest time. Yeah, we're fighting quite a lot of nations, as you might be able to tell. World peace will not be a thing in this universe. I can show you the entire world if you're curious, Ben, by the way. Because there is a couple oddities here and there, if you want to see who won the Battle Royale on other continents. I think you already saw the Japanese. No winner. The Japanese have basically won in Asia. They have wiped the floor with everybody else. You got the UK, who's done well in Africa. Liberia, surprising candidate, actually emerged out of nowhere. And then the US, of course, doing well up there. Also, don't mind this. They've been here the entire time. I have no idea where they've moved. They just felt like... they just felt like going over there, huh?
Gardez vos rangs. Attention. Bougez-vous. Gardez vos rangs.
The one thing I probably should do is actually not kill my entire army up here. Just stacking them all into one province. Okay. I'm so surprised they're just not taking more stuff. In fact, just retreating into that province, that's really annoying. They'll just push you out now, like, of course you're gonna retreat, but then just, it's accomplishing nothing.
Arrêt.
Yeah. Goddamn Italians. Maybe the British at some point will just naval invade them. Could be cool if they did. I don't know, with Liberia here, I'm not too sure they can. Very, very rare Liberia W, by the way. I've not seen Liberia ever expand past their original borders over here. Sorry, that's the wrong country. Expand over their original borders. A bit of a rare moment. Oop. Oh, okay, can we... I'd like to attack this province. Can I move my unit over here? My 21 unit death stack? Yes, I can. No, you're not. Oh, no, 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 you're not. Surely, something here for us now. Either one would be fun. God damn it, often does nobody need to be capitulated. We lost like a significant chunk of our army up there, by the way. Let's just clock that. We really only have like 10 divisions left. I guess force attacking into the enemy like 10 billion times does not pay off. I don't want to deal with this. This is just annoying. This is not that. This has nothing to do with skill. Please get away, Italy. Thank you. I just want to finish this one, please. Move the fuck away. I try and limit myself to doing that as much as possible. Xinjiang, hello. I just like to finish this world because I do have to go. I'm one hungry chonker. Come on, just win the battle. Just win the battle. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Please. As if there's no bloody one division stopping us. This, you can't make this up. You actually cannot make this up. Are you serious? Are you serious, French army? We've taken out the entirety of Russia. We're currently fighting, well, fighting Japan. You... You can't take out the bloody, like, one Italian division. Let I go? Like this province right here. Yep, 1 second. Gotta get rid of the rest of the Italian army, I guess, for some reason. Oh no, they accidentally retreated into the wrong tile. Oh no. They cancel the retreat. God damn it. Can't even cheat in the game properly. Well, now let's... Do not give this to the UK. This has been my victory. The UK hasn't even made it. God damn it. And the UK took Palermo. We've won this war before. I would like to mention that, by the way. The only reason why we had to now capitulate Italy like this is because I got them forgot to take the navy. Because initially France did not die. So this entire thing was kind of useless, what we just did here. Nonetheless. We now take everything. I see now why Liberia is doing so well. It's because this is all my land and I don't guard Africa. I see now what's happened. If you're curious on the world without like current conflicts, if you're just curious on the state situation as to who owns what officially, this is what it looks like, by the way. Japan just owns a little bit of Russia, like two of the most random bits. I own all of Europe, basically. The UK owns part of South America, so does the US. And me and the UK basically 50-50 Africa, but this is how it actually looks. So yeah, I think this is where I'm going to leave it off. We finally had a good game. Where two things happened. I didn't die due to heat stroke, which is good. And second of all, we finally had luck. Unbelievably, for once in a game. So yeah. Incredible, we've done it. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end it for today. I hope everybody enjoyed the game today. I think it was a pretty interesting one, pretty unique one as well. I don't think I've ever won after going into a civil war against my will. So I think that's one of the checklists for me. I didn't check the final casualty count, but we definitely didn't accomplish our mini goal of taking as little as possible. That definitely was not something that we did, especially against the Russians. I think we lost like 7-ish million men, which is just way too much. But yeah, I'm going to try and improve on that. I just want to win wars with as little casualties as possible. But yeah, I think we're just going to leave it off for here. It was a very fun game. Yeah, thank you everybody who showed up, especially you, Nick. Nick, you've been here the entire stream. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated the company, especially on that one that's more quiet like today. But yeah, see you. No, you're not. Okay, fair enough. No, I'm going now. Unlucky. I should have joined sooner, Cream. just forced to stream 24/7. Unlucky. He was forced to eat cement. He was forced to live stream the entire time. Yeah, next stream should be either tomorrow or on Thursday. One of the two. So yeah, see you guys until then. Goodbye.